This one thing helped me set and accomplish more goals in 2020, what should have been the worst year ever, than I ever have before. Hey, I'm Heather and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a place where I coach busy moms who want to double their business without burning out. And today we're talking about how to set goals for 2021 that you can actually achieve. One of the things I've noticed about goal setting, and that kind of has me shying away from talking about it, is that so many people put so much pressure on setting their goals. And then by the time February 1st rolls around, we've fallen off the wagon. When you set a goal, like I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a week, and then you make a plan to achieve that goal, and you find yourself not following through on it a month or 2 months or 3 months down the line, I can tell you why you do that. And it's not because you are a procrastinator. It's not because you don't have the willpower. It's not because you're a bad person. It's because you're not doing this one simple thing that I'm going to teach you to do today. But before I teach you that, I want to just talk about why we set goals. Our brain will only look for and try to prove our current belief true. So if we currently think a certain thing is possible in our lives, then our brain will always be looking for evidence to prove that that is all that is possible. So let's say you looked at your past year and said, okay, I made 50K last year. So now I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing and not set a goal. Then what you'll probably do this year is you'll make another 50K. Your brain will just try to repeat the past. Now, when we set a goal, what we do is it's like we put a different search item in the Google search bar of our brain. Instead of putting 50K there and how to make 50K and our brain giving us all the strategies and ideas of how to do that, we put a different number in that Google search bar. Imagine yourself typing in how to make 100K and putting that into your brain. And the way you do that is by simply believing that that's possible. Now, when you set that goal, what your brain is going to do is it's going to go about looking for evidence and creative ways to make that happen. But if you don't set the goal, you can't expect your brain to give you solutions for how to make that happen. What our brains are programmed to do is avoid pain, seek pleasure, and be as efficient as possible by repeating patterns. And if you want to be able to create a new result in 2021, something that you haven't accomplished before, you're gonna have to set a new goal. I recommend setting goals in these 4 areas. Number 1, in your family life. So that could be your goals as a wife or as a mom or as a sister or as a daughter. That would be the first area, family. The second area would be in your faith. So for me, as a follower of Jesus, that would be, my spiritual life and how I want to be connecting to God and what I want that to look like in my daily life over the next year. The third is in your finances. Now, I do this both personally and business. So we have some personal financial goals for the new year. And then I have some business financial goals for the new year. And then the fourth is in your fitness. So if that's a certain weight you want to get to, if it's a certain strength level or mobility or measurement, there's so many ways to measure your fitness. And I also include in that my diet and how I want to be eating. That would be in my personal life. I would make goals in those 4 areas. And then in my business, I would also make some goals, but mainly in my business, I'm making like a revenue goal or a growth goal in terms of how many clients I want to have, how many people I want to be serving in the new year. Once you have those goals though, here is the secret. Here's the thing that you don't usually do, that nobody else is really teaching you to do, but that is going to make the difference between whether you accomplish your goals in the new year or not. It's this one thing. Are you ready? After you set a goal in each of those 4 areas, or whatever areas you decide, I want you to do this very important step. Choose a powerful thought to accompany each of those goals. Choose a powerful thought to think to accomplish each of those goals. And here's why this is so important. When we want to accomplish a goal, what that requires is for us to take action, consistent action over time, massive action, not just learn about the concept, not just talk about the concept, but try it, get feedback, adjust, try again. That is how we accomplish a goal, by taking action consistently over time. The problem comes though when we focus only on the action and then one day we don't take the action for whatever reason, and then we make that mean that we have failed and that it's not going to work and that we've given up on our goal. But how you can avoid that is by coming up with a powerful thought, because when we think a powerful thought, then it creates emotion inside of us, and that emotion actually fuels us to take that consistent action over time. If you focus on the action, it's like getting in a car every single day and driving it and hoping that it will never run out of fuel. But one day what happens if you don't go to the gas station, if you don't fuel it up, eventually that car is going to stop. And then you're going to think, oh, I can't get where I'm trying to go. My car stopped. I don't know what to do. What you need to do is you need to get to a gas station and refuel that sucker, right? And it's the same thing when you're trying to accomplish your goals. If you find that your action is stopping, then you need to refuel that action with emotion. And the way that you create that powerful emotion inside of your body is by the way that you think. What I do for my goal setting is I'll have a goal in each of those areas, and then I'll also have a powerful thought to accompany that goal. So I use the first page of my journal. It's my favorite journal. And in this first page, these are the powerful thoughts that I am intentionally thinking each day in each of those areas of my life. So I have one for my family life, my marriage, my business, my health, and my finances. And when I get stuck, when I notice that I'm not motivated to take the action, instead of just scheduling more action, I come back to these powerful thoughts and I intentionally think them. And here's the thing about our brains that's so amazing is that even if a thought doesn't come naturally to us right now, if we think that thought for 63 days in a row, it creates a new neural pathway in our brain. If you think the thought every single day for 63 days that is fueling your action in a certain area of your life, then it will create emotion, and that emotion will naturally cause you to take action. I want to give you an example. I've decided that my business financial goal for 2021 is to make $250K. And I can come up with all kinds of ideas of how to do that. But if I just set that goal and I don't have a powerful thought to accompany it, then I'll be like a car that only fills up once and expects to be able to drive across the country. So I've also created a powerful thought that goes with that goal. The powerful thought that I am choosing to think this year is, I am a creator, not a consumer of wealth. And for me, this thought is really motivating because it reminds me not only that I'm trying to create this value all the time so that I am exchanging that value for money in my business, but that also I am not just a consumer of wealth. I don't want to make money just so that I can buy more stuff. I want to create value. That is what I want to do in my business. And when I create value, then I will be able to accomplish that goal. And that thought for me is powerful. It might not be powerful for you, but you have to find the thought that makes you feel motivated or grounded or secure or whatever emotion you think you're going to need to be able to take that consistent action over the next year. Here's what we know is going to happen. At some point in a couple of months from now, you're not going to want to take action anymore. But instead of thinking that that means something about you and your willpower and your ability and whether or not the goal is possible, that is the cue for you to go back to your powerful thought. And maybe the thought that you created in January isn't the same thought that you're going to need in April or July. You might have to find a new powerful thought to think midway through the year. But for now, I want you to take these 2 steps. Number 1, I want you to create the goal in every single area of your life. Pair that goal with a powerful thought that you can think in that area. If you need help coming up with some powerful thoughts, come join us in Life Launch. Life Launch is my monthly coaching program where we have a weekly group coaching call where I will coach you personally and help you create a powerful thought to go with each of your goals in the new year. And in January, we're going to talk all about goal setting and how to accomplish your goals and how to create these powerful thoughts. So we would love to have you join us.